Hello, my name is Hannah Chu, and I am a research assistant here at Georgetown's Early.Learning.Project. Today, I will be presenting a 2020 article produced from our lab titled Optimizing Imitation, Examining Cognitive Factors Leading to Imitation, Overimitation, and Goal Emulation in Preschoolers. Children often engage in imitation, a powerful learning process that allows them to mirror, repeat, and practice the actions of others. Unlike other animals, humans also engage in over-imitation, in which they would go as far as to imitate another person's actions, even when those actions are clearly unnecessary or irrelevant to achieving a goal. This study examines the cognitive factors and specific situations that influence over-imitation. Why study over-imitation? Children use imitation as a way to learn both social and cognitive skills. Over-imitation reveals how children learn not just by absorbing information, but by actively engaging with their environment. For parents, understanding over-imitation can show how their behavior shapes their child's learning. By observing how children copy even the smallest actions, we can understand how everyday behaviors can influence their development. The current study involves two tests. The first aims to answer the question, will children copy unnecessary actions and over-imitate when opening a puzzle box after watching a video? The first study involved children aged 2 to 5 years old. Children were randomly assigned to two different conditions, the over-imitation experimental group and the over-imitation control group. Children assigned to the over-imitation experimental group viewed a 50-second video in which a man performed unnecessary steps to open an unlocked box and retrieve a star inside. As shown in the picture, in step 1, the man removes a green stick, which is unnecessary for retrieving the star. In step 2, he removes a purple stick, which is also unnecessary. In step 3, he uses the purple stick to pull open the inner box compartment, even though the box could simply be opened by hand. After watching the video, children were given the same puzzle box and had 30 seconds from the moment they first touched it to interact with it. Children in the over-imitation control group received the same puzzle box, but did not watch the demonstration video beforehand. This study found that older children performed more unnecessary actions than younger children. In other words, older children over-imitated more than younger children. This does not necessarily mean younger children recognized which actions were unnecessary. Rather, younger children had a lower capacity to remember all of the demonstrated actions, leading them to perform fewer actions overall. Additionally, children who watched the video over-imitated more than children who did not watch the video. Following the initial study, the study then conducted a second test to answer another question. If children are taught the most efficient way to do something and are rewarded for it, will they still copy unnecessary extra steps when they see others doing them? A total of 43 children aged 2 to 5 years old are involved in this part of the study. The children were given the same puzzle box as the previous study. However, this time, they watched a video demonstrating an efficient way to retrieve the star. Children in this study first watched a 50-second video of a man opening the puzzle box using only efficient and necessary actions. The demonstration involved simply opening the inner puzzle box chamber by hand, with no other actions. After watching the efficiency video demonstration, children were given the puzzle box and had 15 seconds to retrieve the star. Next, to test whether children would switch from being efficient imitators to over-imitators, each child also watched the over-imitation video from the previous study. They were then given 30 seconds to interact with the same puzzle box. Again, the study found that older children performed more actions than younger children. Initially, children imitated the efficient demonstration, but after watching the over-imitation video, they also over-imitated the unnecessary actions. This result suggests that over-imitation is a stable feature of social learning, and it is not easily disrupted by previous knowledge of more efficient strategies. Together, The study showed that children were able to switch between efficient imitation and overimitation. Older children were more likely to overimitate than younger children, and overimitation happened even without a live person demonstrating. Just watching a video was enough. These findings suggest that overimitation is a natural part of how children learn. While social influences play a role, children's cognitive development also affects how much they overimitate. As they grow, they become more consistent and flexible in their imitation, indicating that overimitation develops alongside their cognitive abilities. Since children imitate both useful and unnecessary actions, parents can support their learning by modeling behaviors intentionally. Children don't just copy what's important, they copy everything they see. So even small actions can shape their learning and understanding. This study also found that children imitate actions even from videos, making mindful media choices just as important. Over-imitation is a natural part of development. Over-imitation might even help children learn about their own cultures and rituals, where there are steps that occur that are not necessary, but help us connect with each other. Thank you so much for listening. If you're interested in learning more about social or cognitive development, feel free to check out our website using the link below. If you have a child under the age of 2, feel free to sign up using the QR link on the screen.